This would be the type generator slash manifesting generator. They make up 70% of the population. Their strategy is to respond. Nachi, do you want to take this one on since this is your thing?
Yes, yes. So some of the biggest takeaway from being generators that we're builders, right? We're designed to be builders that get the work done. So remember I was saying that we're doers. We're always doing something because it has to get done. And
But you know what
there's
don't make sense right now, Nachi? Is that
what?
sometimes you be telling me what to do with this podcast. You have like you try to treat me as I'm some sort of assistant or something, and you're
We
like,
can
yeah,
come
get
off
these things done.
bossy. No, guess what? We can come off bossy. That is one of the
Yeah,
things.
and remember what I said. One of the dangers is being conditioned by generators. Y'all doers, like I need to go back. We need to
We can be
redefine roles.
bossy. Yes, no, we can be bossy. And I was
Mm.
laughing. I read that because I said, because I never feel like I'm bossy. I'm just like letting you
Oh,
know
that's
what I'm
interesting.
thinking. Like, hey, can we do this? I think we should be able to do X, Y, and Z.
It's
I'm
interesting that you say,
being
"Can we
bossy.
do this?" But then the only person doing it would is me because I'm like, "Oh, I only have access to this," or I'm the one that actually
I
knows
got,
technically how to do it. So it's like,
because I'm doing 20 other things. So
oh,
I'm
here we
letting
go.
you know.
Right? You're right about that.
Okay.
You stay talking about like, I got my kids to take care of, mommy. This I do. Oh Lord.
But we have our own life force energy, right? So that's our source that we're continually regenerating. I think that's where our energy comes from, to be able to do all these different things and not be tired. However, they have to be satisfying. So going
Hmm.
back to what we called it, what's your signature? So basically, what is it that is going to let you know that you're in alignment? And for generators
Right.
is satisfaction. So I have to be satisfied in what I'm doing in order to continue to do it. However, if I'm not satisfied and I am frustrated, that is my sign that I am out of alignment. If it's frustrating, if I'm doing something, or if I'm put in a position where I have to do something and it is just creating a feeling of
Hmm.
frustration, that means what I'm doing is not aligning with me.
So
And
that's your not self, as they would call it.
that's my not self. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. What else here? And like you have mentioned, our internal we have to follow our internal response. So this is really interesting, and I think this is where I tend to miss a step because I can be very impulsive, and that
Hmm.
is a danger for a generator who
Right,
has
because y'all
to.
already like to do a lot of stuff. So it's
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So for me
Y'all be doing
especially,
the most. That's what basically I'm getting.
no, we get shit done. That's what you're
Oh,
getting.
okay.
That's what
Oh,
you're
y'all
getting.
don't
We're
do the most.
builders. Did you miss that? We're builders.
Okay.
Y'all have the ideas and we build it. Okay.
Okay. And somehow that gets switched on me. Okay.
Look, I'll let you know what needs to be done. That's it.
Oh
Because I'm
wow.
doing
Okay.
50 other things.
I will not be conditioned by you, but go on.
So I was saying, in terms of response, we have to take a minute. We have to take a pause whenever we are met with any type of decision that we got to make. And so it is in our best interest to sleep on these decisions versus jumping into something, because we are
That's
led by
important to know.
yeah, because we're led by our emotions, right?
Right. Right.
So if we're happy, we may be susceptible to saying yes to a
Hmm.
project that really doesn't align with us, but we're like, yeah, we're in a good mood.
Right.
And vice versa, if you're not in the best of mood, if you're not in a good space and you're approached with something, you may say no, and this is probably something that will benefit you. So it's very important for
Mm.
generators and manifesting generators to really take a moment to pause before making a decision. And it just made me think of that time when um, I had someone approach me about starting a candle business.
Right.
And at that time, and I feel like it, emotions can kind of go both ways, but at that time, um, I needed something to do. And so when this person approached me about, hey, let's do this candle business. Now,
Mm-hmm.
this person, she's had different businesses and she has the business acumen that I was, I thought would have been a good
A good
partnership.
match for you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I was more the creative side. So, and that was the reason why she approached me, because I was creative and I had
Right.
my soap and uh, body product business. Anyway, uh, while it sounded good and the whole idea was great, it just it didn't align with me, and I
Mm.
wasn't feeling great about it. Like at the moment when it was approached, I was like, "Yes, let's do this." Uh
Right.
huh.
Right.
Like I was,
I remember.
gun
Yeah.
ho. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
gun ho. We were meeting. We were doing all this extra stuff, and then things started just happening, and of course we didn't move forward with it, but I remember feeling this doesn't really quite feel right,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not feeling it anymore. And this was after the fact that after I've already said yes, let's do this. And
Right.
again, had I taken a moment and paused and thought about it, then I would have
Mm. Right.
realized, okay, maybe this is not a great thing for me to move forward
Right.
for whatever, whatever
Yeah.
reason. Or but that is very important for generators, is to really take a pause and just, because we are led by our emotions, so we have to pause and see, how do we feel about this? Is this an aha moment, or no? This is a nuh-uh. We're not doing this. So
Yeah.
it's either one
Yeah.
or the two. And if we're not feeling that energetically, then we have to make our decisions accordingly. But we have to take that pause. We can't be spontaneous with our decisions. And I do that quite a bit.
Okay. Well, that's see, but now, but knowing that, right? It's like okay, that changes the your approach to when opportunities present themselves to you. Now you're like, wait a minute. Okay, let me think. Let me think on this.
Yes,
Give
yes.
me some time, but I'll get back to you on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No,
No, that's
because
awesome.
it can definitely lead to a lot of frustration, especially, you get into a project and you're so excited about it, because of how emotionally where you are in that time frame,
Right.
and you didn't take a moment to really think about it. Like, what does this feel like in my gut? Is this a,
It's
like, yes, this is definitely
mhm.
it? Or are you a little bit hesitant and you just avoided that feeling because you're like, this is a great opportunity. Let me do
Right.
this. And
Yeah, it says here that in this ebook that I'm referencing, generators have a tremendous amount of energy at their disposal, but need to know how to use this power correctly so not to waste this energy resource on activities that do not lead to expected outcomes, which is exactly what you described. So
mhm,
the tip
mhm.
here is when you initiate because you are trying to make things happen, you'll generally meet with resistance in the form of frustration and feeling
Yes,
stuck,
yes,
which is
yes,
okay.
yes,
So it says, as a generator, you need to wait for life to bring for you need to wait for what life brings to you and then follow your response.
yes.
So you have an aura that is open and enveloping, taking in everything in your environment. Also, you're the opposite of me. You you draw things to you, and as you are energetically designed to respond, this will tell you if something is correct for you or not. Yeah, okay,
Very
nice.
true. Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay. The tip, the other thing there is by learning to wait and respond, you
Yeah.
begin to eliminate resistance and the frustration that comes from not using your energy correctly.
So Nachi,
Okay.
learn this
Nachi
lesson.
learns. Nachi learn.
Nachi,
Nachi
you need
learn.
to learn.
So love you guys and just want to close out with there's a lot of noise out there, but our message is consistent. Stop getting distracted by the smoke and mirrors. Tune out the noise and focus on your divine purpose in life. Vibrate higher to elevate your frequency and always thank you for listening.